Your life feels meaningless. Your identity shattered. Everything you once cared about now seems trivial and empty. If this sounds familiar, you're not alone, and you're not going crazy. You're standing at the threshold of a profound spiritual awakening. This dark night of the soul is the universe's way of stripping you down to your core, removing every false belief and societal conditioning you've accumulated. It's painful, yes, but it's also the doorway to a life of unprecedented authenticity and connection. Are you ready to step through? Before we dive deeper into this transformative journey, take a moment to like this video and subscribe to our channel. Your support helps us continue sharing these life-changing insights with others who might be struggling. Now let's explore the dark night of the soul together. The void that swallows everything. Picture this. You wake up one day and the world has lost all color. Your passions are gone and your sense of purpose has vanished. This isn't just depression. It's a profound spiritual crisis known as the dark night of the soul. This experience shakes you to your very core, disconnecting you from everything you once held dear. It's as if you've been thrust into a void that swallows everything you thought you knew about yourself and the world. The overwhelming feelings of emptiness and meaninglessness are unlike anything you felt before. Your favorite activities no longer bring joy, relationships feel hollow, and even the simplest tasks become monumental challenges. Imagine moving through life in a fog, unable to connect with anything or anyone around you. Everyday life becomes a struggle when nothing seems to matter anymore. You might find yourself going through the motions, but a constant battle rages inside. You question the point of it all. Why get out of bed? Why pursue goals? Why even try to connect with others when everything feels so empty? Carl Jung described this state as divine madness, a fragmented psychological state where the ego is overwhelmed by deeper spiritual forces. It's a journey into the depths of your psyche, where you confront parts of yourself you've ignored or resisted. But here's the thing. Hidden within this darkness is an incredible potential for transformation. The universe is stripping you down to your core, removing every false belief and societal conditioning you've accumulated. Yes, it's painful and disorienting, but it's also the fertile ground from which a more authentic you can emerge. The dark night of the soul is a call to awaken to your true nature, to shed the layers of conditioning and false identities that have obscured your essence. This void you're experiencing creates space for something new to emerge, clearing away the old to make room for the new. But if this is just the beginning, what lies ahead on this treacherous path? The journey through the dark night is far from over. You're about to face one of the most challenging aspects of this spiritual awakening, the crumbling of your identity. Are you ready to discover what happens when the you you've always known begins to dissolve? When your identity crumbles. Picture this. You're navigating the darkest depths of your inner world when suddenly everything you've used to define yourself begins to dissolve. Your job, relationships, and beliefs all feel as insubstantial as smoke. This is ego death, a profound psychological experience where your identity isn't just questioned, it's completely dismantled. Ego death often accompanies the dark night of the soul. It's a radical shift in consciousness that shakes the foundation of how you perceive yourself and the world around you. This transformation can occur through spiritual awakening, deep meditation, or psychedelic experiences. Losing your sense of self can be utterly terrifying. Imagine the familiar landscape of your mind dissolving before your eyes, leaving you exposed and vulnerable. Panic often sets in as you struggle to maintain your grip on reality. It's as if the lens through which you've always viewed the world has shattered. As you navigate this identity crisis, you'll likely notice how your societal roles, long-held beliefs, and even personality traits start to feel like ill-fitting costumes. The career you've built your life around might suddenly seem meaningless. Your relationships might feel hollow. Even your most cherished values might crumble under scrutiny. Renowned philosopher Alan Watts described the ego as the focus of conscious attention. He emphasized that ego death isn't a physical end, but a transformation that allows you to reconnect with your true essence, free from societal roles and expectations. It's a process of breaking down to break through. While challenging, this experience holds within it the seeds of profound liberation. As your familiar self crumbles, you create space for something new to emerge. The limitations of your old identity no longer confine you. You're free to explore existence without judgment, to see the world with fresh eyes. This identity crisis is a sign of growth in your spiritual journey. It indicates that you're no longer content with surface-level existence and are ready to dive deeper into the mysteries of your being. But if we're not our ego, then who or what are we really? As we continue to explore the dark night of the soul, we'll uncover the surprising answer to this fundamental question. Are you ready to discover the true nature of your being? The phoenix rising from the ashes. Have you ever wondered why spiritual masters often describe intense suffering as a gift? The answer lies in a transformation so profound, it defies imagination. As you emerge from the depths of ego dissolution, you enter a phase of spiritual rebirth. Picture shedding an old, constricting skin and stepping into a vibrant new version of yourself. This journey isn't easy. You'll likely face intense disorientation as you navigate this rebirth. The familiar landmarks of your old life vanish, replaced by an unfamiliar landscape. You might feel incredibly vulnerable, like a newborn, taking its first breath. The fear of the unknown can be overwhelming, yet this very uncertainty allows for true growth. Gradually, a new way of being emerges. It's as if you're seeing the world through fresh eyes. Colors seem more vivid, connections deeper, and your sense of aliveness intensifies. You might find yourself naturally drawn to authenticity in yourself and others as the masks you once wore fall away. This process mirrors the ancient symbol of the phoenix rising from the ashes, reforged in the fires of transformation. Spiritual traditions across the world have long recognized the power of this journey. The Sufi poet Rumi captured its essence. The wound is the place where the light enters you. Our deepest pain can become the gateway to our greatest growth. As you continue on this path, you'll experience profound shifts in your perception and being. The boundaries between self and others may blur, replaced by a deep sense of interconnectedness with all life. Your priorities may shift dramatically, with the pursuit of material success giving way to a desire for deeper meaning and authentic connection. This rebirth process ultimately leads to a radically new way of experiencing life and self. The dark night, challenging as it is, becomes a blessing in disguise. It strips away everything that isn't you, leaving your authentic essence behind. You emerge not just renewed, but transformed at the core of your being. But here's a crucial question. How do you know if what you're experiencing is really a dark night of the soul or just a bout of depression? Understanding the distinction can make all the difference in navigating this transformative process. Are you ready to explore the key differences? Navigating the darkness, a roadmap for the lost. Picture this. You're standing at a crossroads in total darkness, unsure which way to go. The dark night of the soul is a challenging experience, but with the right tools and understanding, it can become fertile ground for incredible growth. Creating a foundation of safety and clarity is crucial. Recognize that your experience is both deeply personal and archetypal. This understanding can provide solace and reduce feelings of isolation. Now let's explore a practical roadmap for navigating this spiritual wilderness. Grounding practices. Engage in activities that reconnect you to your physical self. Yoga, walking in nature, or other physical activities act as anchors, keeping you tethered to reality when your inner world feels chaotic. Intellectual engagement. Read works like The Dark Night of the Soul by Thomas More or Spiritual Emergency by Stanislav Grof. This knowledge can help you understand what's happening and provide a broader perspective on your journey. Daily commitment. Combine intellectual engagement through reading with physical grounding activities. This balanced approach can transform an overwhelming experience into an empowering one. Seek supportive communities. Shared experiences can provide comfort and guidance through this challenging period. Be aware of potential risks. Watch for feelings of isolation, despair, or the temptation to revert to unhealthy coping mechanisms. Don't hesitate to seek professional help if needed. As you progress, you'll begin rebuilding and embodying a renewed self. Your transformed ego becomes a finely tuned tool for navigating life, characterized by clarity, peace, and a deeper connection to existence. The ultimate gift of the dark night is flow. Learning to embrace uncertainty, trust the process, and integrate the lessons it offers. Unlike depression, which often feels like a dead end, the dark night is a journey toward greater authenticity and spiritual connection. It's a process of shedding old identities to reveal your true essence. This journey will change you forever. Are you ready to embrace the transformation on the other side of darkness? Conclusion. As we reach the end of our journey through the dark night of the soul, remember this: what feels like a crisis is an invitation. It's a call to uncover who you are beneath the layers of stories and masks you've worn for so long. This path isn't easy. It demands courage to face your deepest fears and insecurities. But for those brave enough to walk it, a profound awakening awaits. Picture yourself standing in complete darkness. At first, it's terrifying. You can't see anything, not even your hand in front of your face. But as your eyes adjust, you start to notice something extraordinary. There's a faint glow coming from within you. That light? It's been there all along, waiting for you to see it. In the deepest darkness, you finally discover your inner radiance. This journey of spiritual awakening will transform you in ways you can't yet imagine. The person you were when you entered the dark night won't be the same one who emerges on the other side. You'll shed old patterns, release limiting beliefs, and step into a more authentic version of yourself. It's a rebirth, a chance to align with your true essence and purpose.